Have you ever looked up at the band of the Milky Way stretching across the night sky and wondered, what's at the very center of it all? Is it a giant, brilliant star? A shimmering nebula? The truth is far stranger and far more powerful. At the heart of our galaxy, there is no light. There is only an invisible, silent force, a gravitational monster that holds billions of stars in its grip. And ask the ultimate question: what would happen if it ever woke up? This isn't just a story about astronomy. It's the story of the silent ruler that shapes our cosmic home. When you picture our galaxy, you probably imagine a beautiful spiral, a pinwheel of stars rotating through space. You're right. The Milky Way is a vast, flat disk over 100,000 light-years across. That glowing band we see in the sky is our edge-on view of the galactic disk, like looking at a dinner plate from its side. And right in the middle of that plate, at the very core, is a region of incredible density. Stars are packed 1 million times closer together there than in our own stellar neighborhood. And something at the very center is pulling all the strings. The region is obscured by thick curtains of interstellar dust, making it impossible to observe with visible light. This was our first clue that something truly bizarre was lurking at the galactic core. But a bright radio signal isn't definitive proof of a black hole. The real evidence, the smoking gun, came from watching the stars. For over 3 decades, teams of astronomers, including Reinhard Genzel and Andrea Ghez, used powerful infrared telescopes to track the movements of stars orbiting this mysterious central point. One star, named S2, travels at over 7,000 kilometers per second as it makes its closest approach. That's fast enough to travel from London to New York in less than a second. It completes one full orbit in just 16 years. By applying Kepler's laws of planetary motion, the same laws we use to understand our own solar system, scientists calculated the mass of this central object The evidence was so overwhelming and so elegant that Genzel and Ghez were awarded the 2020 Nobel Prize in Physics for their discovery. They had proven beyond a reasonable doubt that a monster was hiding in the heart of our galaxy. So, what exactly is a supermassive black hole? We all know the basic idea of a black hole, an object with gravity so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape once it crosses a boundary called the event horizon. Sagittarius A** is this, but on a colossal scale. Its event horizon has a diameter of about 24 million kilometers. The density is beyond comprehension. If you could somehow stand on the edge of its event horizon, time itself would slow down for you relative to the rest of the universe. When we think of black holes, we often imagine them as cosmic vacuum cleaners, aggressively devouring everything in their path. But we see this in other galaxies, where active black holes, known as quasars, feed on surrounding gas and dust. A highly active black hole would flood the Milky Way with deadly high-energy radiation, potentially sterilizing any planets that were trying to form and harbor life. In a way, we might owe our existence to the fact that our galaxy's central monster is currently asleep. But why is it so quiet? One reason is that there simply isn't a lot of food nearby. The region around Sagittarius A** has been largely cleared of loose gas and dust over billions of years. The stars that orbit it are on stable paths and are not in immediate danger of being consumed. Occasionally, a small gas cloud or an unlucky star might wander too close and get tidally disrupted or stretched apart like spaghetti, causing a brief flare-up of activity. We've seen these small flares, brief bursts of X-rays, which tell us the black hole is not completely dead, just napping. This leads to a chilling question. What would happen if it woke up? Black holes don't sleep forever. All it would take is a large source of fuel. the center of our galaxy would ignite. This disk would shine with the light of 1 trillion suns, becoming one of the brightest objects in the sky, easily visible to the naked eye even during the day. Powerful jets of plasma, particles and radiation would erupt from the black hole's poles, blasting out into the galaxy at nearly the speed of light. Luckily for us, Earth is 26,000 light-years away, a safe distance from the direct carnage. We wouldn't be vaporized or sterilized, but the effects would still be profound. The night sky would be forever changed. It would be a very different and much more hostile cosmic environment. Astronomers have discovered two enormous, mysterious structures above and below our galaxy's plane, known as the Fermi bubbles. These bubbles are giant lobes of gamma-ray and X-ray emitting gas, each stretching 25,000 light-years into space. This suggests that our black hole has a history of activity. The silent giant is not dead, it is only sleeping. So, at the center of our galaxy lies Sagittarius A*, an invisible anchor, a quiet ruler, a sleeping monster. It is the gravitational heart that dictates the motion of our entire galaxy. It holds the Milky Way together in a delicate balance, its quiet presence allowing life to flourish in the cosmic suburbs. The journey to understand this enigmatic object is far from over. What other secrets does it hold? And what will it teach us about the fate of our galaxy?